All right, so today we're diving into something pretty wild.
Yeah.
Imagine a cafe, but everyone who works there is a robot.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
Robots.
Robots, but get this.
Oh.
The robots are controlled by people,
Oh.
like real people who are working remotely.
Huh. Okay, so like they're not just AI.
No, these are like avatars.
Interesting.
So the people operating them, they might not even be able to work at a normal cafe, you know?
Yeah, I see what you mean. That's pretty neat, actually.
It really is.
It's kind of like blowing up our idea of what a cafe can even be.
Exactly, and how we think about like the future of work too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So, okay, we found this article.
Okay.
It's from a Greek news website.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, it's about this French travel vlogger.
Okay.
And she went to this cafe in Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Dawn Avatar Robot Café.
Dawn Avatar Robot Café. That's a mouthful.
I know, right?
What'd you say about it?
So she talked to one of the robots, like a server robot. And through the robot, she actually got to talk to the woman who was controlling it.
No way. So like she's talking to the robot, but it's really a person.
Exactly. And the woman was at home like miles away.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know. And here's the thing. The woman said she has an illness, so she can't leave her house.
Oh.
And the robot is how she can actually come to work.
Oh, that's kind of heartwarming,
It's really cool.
So it's not just like a tech thing.
No.
It's about giving people a chance. People who maybe couldn't work otherwise.
Yeah, exactly.
That's powerful.
Okay, so just to be clear, we keep saying avatar robot. What is that?
Yeah, good point.
So basically it's like a physical robot,
Uh-huh.
but a person is controlling it remotely.
Like a puppet.
Yeah, kind of, but high tech.
Okay.
So in this cafe, the robots, they have cameras and microphones and speakers.
So the operator can see and hear everything.
Yep, and they can talk to the customers too in real time.
Oh, that's so cool.
And hold on, it gets cooler.
Okay, I'm listening.
They even have eye tracking technology.
What?
Yeah, so the operators can control like where the robot is looking.
Oh, wow.
And they can even make the robots do gestures and stuff.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's amazing. So the robots can be really expressive.
Exactly. It's not just like a clunky machine,
Yeah, that makes a huge difference, I bet.
Oh, totally. It makes it feel way more human.
I can see why that vlogger was impressed then.
Right. And get this, they have these iPads next to each robot,
Okay.
and the iPads show a picture of the person operating it.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and it says like where they are, like what city.
That's a really nice touch.
Yeah.
It makes it so much more personal.
I know, right? You're ordering your coffee from a robot, but then you see this friendly face on an iPad.
And there's a real person behind it.
Yeah, maybe miles and miles away.
It's like a video call.
Kind of, but instead of just seeing them on a screen,
They're right there in the cafe with you.
through the robot.
Wow. Think about the possibilities, though,
Yeah.
for people who have a hard time getting around,
Like mobility issues.
yeah, or they're sick or they live super far away.
This tech could totally change the game for them.
It's like a whole new world of jobs opening up.
So true. Okay, but we can't forget about the people who are still working at the cafe,
Right, the actual humans?
Yeah, the article said they're like behind the scenes,
Do I know?
making the food and drinks.
Ah, okay, so the robots just handle like the serving part.
Yeah, and talking to the customers.
Huh, that's interesting.
So I'm wondering how that works,
Yeah, me too.
Like, do those employees see the robots as like coworkers?
Or are they worried about losing their jobs?
Right.
I wish the article had asked them about that.
Me too. It would be so interesting to know their perspective.
Definitely.
But the article did say that people online are loving this cafe.
Really?
Yeah, like they're calling it next level and saying it's way better than just having AI.
It makes sense. People want tech that helps us, not replaces us.
Totally. And it's funny because this cafe is in Japan.
Oh, yeah, Japan is like Robot Central.
Right. So I wonder if that makes a difference, like culturally.
Yeah, maybe in some places people be more freaked out by robot servers.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think it's brilliant.
Me too.
They found a way to use tech to bring people together.
That's what I love about it.
It's tech with a human touch.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
It's like they figured out how to use tech to help people who might be, limited in some way.
Yeah, exactly.
The robots can be there in the cafe and do all the, physical stuff.
Right.
But then the warmth and the personality that comes from the actual person.
You know what really got to me in the article?
What?
That woman who said the robot lets her come to work.
Yeah.
It really made me think.
About...
Like, we always think work has to be somewhere you go,
Yeah. Got to be in the office at your desk.
But this cafe is like, nah.
Work is wherever you can contribute.
Exactly.
You can have a purpose, even if you can't physically be there.
It changes everything.
It really does. And it makes you think about, like, what work will be in the future,
Yeah.
with all this tech and stuff.
Yeah, and this cafe shows how tech can make work more open,
For sure.
not just for people with disabilities, but for everyone.
Okay, but how do they actually control these robots?
Oh, yeah.
The article mentioned eye tracking, but how does it work?
So picture this.
Okay.
The operator, they're at home, right, sitting at their computer,
Uh-huh.
and they see what the robot sees.
Through the cameras.
Exactly. It's like a live feed from the cafe.
Whoa.
They can move the robot around using like a keyboard or a joystick.
Oh, cool.
Some even use head movements.
No way.
Yeah, they move their head and the robot copies them.
That's wild.
And then the eye tracking tech, that's for making eye contact with customers.
So it feels more real.
Exactly like a real conversation.
Wow, that takes serious skill.
It does, and it's amazing that these operators can do it so well.
Especially when some of them are dealing with health issues.
The article mentioned another person, Maz, I think.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
She was blown away by how smooth everything was. The robots are like super fast and accurate.
Her order came out perfect. No mistakes.
It's proof that these robots can really deliver.
And that the humans behind them are awesome.
It's such a cool mix of human and, artificial intelligence.
It really is. The robots are smart, but they're tools.
Extensions of the people controlling them.
Exactly like a team.
Yeah. Okay, but let's be real. There have got to be some downsides too, right?
Oh, of course. There are always challenges.
Like, what about people losing their jobs?
Oh, yeah. That's a big one.
If robots can be waiters and baristas.
Then what's stopping them from doing other jobs?
Right, like what are those other employees thinking?
The ones who are actually at the cafe.
Yeah, do they worry about the robots taking over?
I wish we knew.
Me too. The article didn't say anything about that.
It'd be so interesting to get their side of it.
And what about the operators, Working from home sounds great, but could it get lonely?
You mean being away from other people?
Yeah, like do they miss that social connection?
That's a good point. Maybe they need ways to connect with each other online.
Oh yeah, like virtual meetups or something.
Exactly. Because tech could be isolating too, if we're not careful.
It's about using tech the right way,
To help us and not hurt us.
Yeah, to make life better for everyone.
And that's what I love about this cafe.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's about exploring what's possible.
And how we can use tech to make a better world.
A world where everyone can be a part of things.
This makes you wonder, like, where else could this work?
Besides cafes?
Yeah, like what other jobs could use these robots?
Oh, man, so many possibilities.
Right.
Healthcare, maybe?
Ooh, yeah.
Like, imagine a surgeon controlling a robot from far away.
Whoa. To operate on someone?
Exactly. They could do surgery anywhere in the world.
That would be insane.
And think about education, too.
Okay, yeah.
Teachers could use robots to reach kids in, remote areas.
Oh, that's a good one.
No more limits on learning,
It's like teleporting, but for skills.
Yeah, actually, instead of moving people, we're moving knowledge.
Mine.
And don't forget accessibility.
Right, like for people who can't travel.
They could go anywhere through a robot.
Seriously, imagine attending a concert through a robot.
Or exploring a different country.
Without leaving your house?
The world is shrinking,
It is. It's like all the barriers are breaking down.
It's pretty exciting.
It is, but we gotta be realistic too, right?
Of course.
This tech is still new.
There's a lot to figure out still.
Yeah, like how do we make sure these robots are used for good?
Right, and what about privacy?
For both the operators and the customers.
We have to think about all that stuff.
As the tech keeps getting better.
It's a big responsibility.
So we've learned a lot about these avatar robots today.
It's been a wild ride.
This cafe in Japan is really pushing the boundaries.
It makes you think about the future,
Oh, definitely. I'm feeling a mix of like excitement and also a little bit of, caution.
It's good to be cautious.
Yeah, but this tech has so much potential.
To change how we work, how we connect.
And even just how we see the world.
It's a whole new perspective.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
Me too.
Who knows? Maybe we'll all be hanging out with robots soon.
And the people controlling them could be anywhere.
It's like a global community.
Working together.
Makes you think, huh?
It really does. And it makes you wonder, if you could control a robot, what would you do with it?
That's a good question. What would you do?
The possibilities are endless.